If you want to go the extra mile and support me as a content creator, you can do so as joining as a YouTube member. All you need to do is go to the description down below and click on the YouTube gaming link. When you do, a join button will pop up, and once you click it, you can become a YouTube member. YouTube members get special chat icons and emotes, exclusive Discord roles, shoutouts, and more. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can join as a YouTube member today. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Today I'm going to be discussing about Tristan Taylor's skills that got leaked in the last update, and I'm going to be talking about some brand new leaks that we got, talking about some tag duel skills. These tag duel skills were leaked from the Japan version of the game, so that's why you may have not heard about these skills from some other Duel Links YouTubers. So hopefully this is a little bit exclusive, because I already know some people talked about the Tristan Taylor leaks and everything like that, but luckily the tag duel stuff is going to be pretty cool. So if you guys are excited for today's video, as always, be sure to go hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, so you can get notified about new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links videos, and I'll put timestamps in the description and comment section down below if you want to skip to the tag duel leaks and all that stuff right there. Now, don't mind me wearing a robe right now. I literally was like planning out this whole video today, and I did it all in this robe, and I was like, man, this robe hella comfy, so I decided to keep this robe on. So I'm definitely, you know, keeping the act of being a washed up YouTuber. So I don't know what I've been doing recently. My channel's been all over the place, but thank you everybody for watching this video. Without further ado though, let's go talk about today's Tristan Taylor leaks and the tag duel leaks. They got leaked today too, so I'm excited to talk about it. Now, originally I was gonna do a little special like thing with the, you know, Tristan Taylor skills and everything like that, but I've been pretty lazy recently, so I'm just gonna use I'm gonna do the Tristan Taylor skills and talk about them on the Duel Links Meta website if you want to check it out for yourself. Link in the description down below. And then for the Japan skill leaks, I put a lot more effort into that section of the video, so let's go, boys. First of all, we have a skill. The first skill that we're going to talk about for Tristan Taylor is Ace Monster Go. This skill can be used turn 5 and onward if you control no monsters. Randomly play one of the following pairs slash the following monsters slash pair of monsters. So first of all, we got the by far the best card in the game, Cyber Commander. We can use a skill now to summon Cyber Commander. That is revolutionary in my opinion. Like, thank you so much, Konami. This is the update that we all needed and wanted. So that's really cool right here. We can also summon some lesser important monsters like Gaga Gigo, or whatever you pronounce this card, Lava Battle Guard, and then Swamp Battle Guard. But like, those monsters are completely irrelevant. It's all about Cyber Commander. Thank you, Konami, for giving us a skill for Cyber Commander. Yes. Next up too, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. The skill can only be used once per duel. So what I've been noticing, if you like, you know, skim through some of the other skills that Tristan Taylor is going to be getting, all these Tristan Taylor skills seem to be related to where they can only work from turn 5 and onward, which is very interesting if you think about it, because in some instances, which we're going to be talking about later with some of these skills, in some instances, some of these skills are not that bad, but the issue is like turn 5 cannot happen in certain duels, because there's times in duels where OTKs and shenanigans just happen so quick, and I feel it's going to make a lot of these skills kind of lack in power simply because of the fact that it only can work turn 5 and onward. So there is that right there. What is cool about this Ace Monster Go skill so far, what I'm guessing, is that we might be able to actually tribute some of these monsters that we summon on turn 5, because while it doesn't say you can't special summon for the rest of the turn, you can still go for a tribute summon, I would assume. So maybe certain decks that are tribute reliant can possibly use Ace Monster Go to their advantage, which is pretty cool right there. That's probably the only use I can really see out of the school, since it says randomly play one of the following monsters or pair of monsters. But with that text too, it's like, do you summon like multiple monsters? Like, for example, if you you know, possibly get the role of like Lava Battle Guard or Swamp Battle Guard, do you get to summon both of those monsters right away? I don't really know, but still, it is a very interesting skill right there. So personally, I think Ace Monster Go can definitely see some play, but you know, just kind of the thing is like, I don't know how good it will be since it is turn 5 and onward. OTKs can happen a lot in Duel Links, but maybe this can help out decks that are tribute reliant. Maybe UAs can get a little bit of a boost from it, since I think you can still tribute with this skill, but I don't really know. Next up though, we have a skill called I'm Not Done Yet. It can be used turn 5 and onward. Your life points become 2,000. This skill can only be used once per duel. This skill isn't really the best. I feel like this is definitely, it's a very creative skill, or like, I don't know if it's very creative, but it's a different skill than what we have in Duel Links. But I don't know how useful this skill will be. Honestly, possibly by the time turn 5 can happen, your life points won't become below 2,000. And I mean, I don't know how many cards in Duel Links need you to be at 2,000 life points or below. I'm not really too sure about it, but maybe some creative person out there could definitely build a really cool idea with I'm not done yet. But I'm not done yet. I'm not really feeling it that much at all. But maybe when you're at 100 life points, you could pop the skill, get 2,000 life points, and hopefully help you out. That's a very anime-esque skill, that is for sure. Like, it's even more anime than some of the other ones. But yeah. Next up, we're going to talk about Super Strength, which is possibly a reference to the abridged Yu-Gi-Oh series, which if so, if that's like straight up a reference to the Yu-Gi-Oh abridged series, that is awesome. That's actually like genuinely like really cool. So it's most likely is an abridged to the or a reference to the Yu-Gi-Oh abridged series and everything like that, but who knows, maybe it was a mistake, but still, that's really cool. Anyways, what this skill can do is that it can be used turn 5 and onward. Select a monster you control, its attack becomes 2,000. This skill can only be used once per duel. So this, I've heard about a little bit of talk. Like, I've seen a little bit of talk about this skill, and at first on paper, it doesn't really sound the best, but possibly what you can use this for is maybe a OTK deck. So there's a lot of cards in the game that where you can give these tiny monsters, allow them to be able to attack twice, okay? You can give monsters, like I think Piranha Army is like an example where it's a very low attack monster, but you're able to attack twice with it. So maybe in ranked PvP or farm decks, you can possibly use a skill like this to attack directly with your opponent. Like for example, you can go with the combo Secret Pass of the Treasure, give it to a weak monster, pop this skill and give the weak monster 2,000 attack, and then it can kind of use its double attack thing, and you can kind of go from there. So maybe you can do a little cheeky combo Secret Pass of the Treasures, give it to a weak monster, let it get to 2,000 attack points, attack directly twice, and maybe win the duel. Only issue is though, it's another one of those things where you have to wait till turn 5 and onward, so you might want to play some stall cards if you would think about this, and possibly the skill can help out a certain decks too. Maybe it could. I don't really know though, but it is a interesting skill, and I think some people can definitely find some can use some of their creativity and build some cool decks with Super Strength. So it might be a skill that's going to be used in mostly farm decks and possibly some cheeky ranked PvP decks. Now the last skill, and in my opinion probably the best skill from all these new skills for Tristan Taylor, is the reload skill. This can be used turn 5 and onward. Add all cards in your hand to your deck and shuffle it. Then draw the same number of cards that you added to your deck. This skill can only be used once per duel. Now what's really cool about this is that it's basically like an improved version of Switcheroo, but you only can use it on turn 5 or onward, or what it literally is just reload but through a skill, which is actually kind of cool. The fact that reload can basically be used as a skill instead of a card may be pretty useful in certain situations. Now like I said, the fact that it's turn 5 and onward definitely hurts this skill. If it didn't have that restriction, this skill would be used a lot. Like this would be like instantly kill off restart, instantly kill off a Switcheroo. But overall, I mean, hey, I think the skill can still be pretty useful. And basically, if you survive for 5 turns, which is possible, like it is legitimately possible to get to a turn 5 in duels. That actually happens pretty often. It's just that there in some cases in certain matchups, OTKs happen really quick. But possibly you can definitely use the skill at some point to really help yourself out and maybe get the cards that you need for a certain combo. But who knows though? But like out of all the 4 skills from this list, reload is probably going to be the best one out of these all, and I can actually see that one being used during PvP. But overall, in my opinion, all these skills are not going to be used that much. But at the same time, I do genuinely like these skills. I think these skills can definitely have some potential for the game, and maybe some creative users can definitely use skills like these. So to be honest, I'm actually pretty happy for these skills. Now let's go switch to some of the other skills that actually got that were from the Japan version of Duel Links, and we're gonna go take a look at those right now. Now we're going to be talking about some of the new skills that we got in the Japan version of Duel Links. Huge shout out to Yazin for data mining this stuff. Now the thing is, the wording on some of these translations are really weird, because Yazin, literally what he did is that he just used Google Translate, and so he can figure out the the skills descriptions. So a lot of the wording that I'm going to be reading is going to be really weird for some of us, so I am sorry about that, but it was straight up Google translated. Anyways, the first skill that we're going to be talking about is Stardust Event. If your self-tagged life points is 2,000 or less, put a Stardust Dragon in the field at the beginning of the partner's turn. So what this is basically confirming, and this probably been confirmed for a while now, but it slipped out of my head, but we're probably going to be getting a tag duel event very soon, and most likely we're going to be able to use some of the Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's characters in this tag duel event. Basically in Duel Links, they have done 2 tag duel events. They did the first tag duel event with, of course, the Duel Monsters characters, and then they did a second tag duel event that had the GX characters. So the third one would make sense that they would add basically the Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's characters into it, which is really cool. And this is going to be a skill that we're going to be able to use with Yusei, where if our life points are 2,000 or less, we can put a Stardust Dragon on the field at the beginning of the partner's turn. So I don't know, this skill is very simple. It's pretty cool though that we can get a free Stardust Dragon when our life points are pretty low, but I'm not surprised that there is a skill like this, because I believe in the previous tag duel events there's also skills that were really similar to Stardust event, where we were able to summon the ace monsters or the characters ace monsters onto the field. But still, cool skill. I like it. Stardust Dragon is one of my favorite cards of all time, so it's awesome to see that. Now let's go on to some of these other skills that are much more interesting than this one in my opinion. First of all, we have this skill called Battle Fusion. When your self-tagged life points is 3,000 or less at the beginning of the partner's teens, which I'm guessing that meant turns, but shout out to the translation of this. Partner's turns, add one Battle Fusion or add one Battle Fusion out of the deck to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. So I did some quick research on this, and I literally typed in Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Fusion, and a card that popped up was a card called Battle Fusion. So I'm going to assume that this is going to be the card that we're going to be able to get if we use the Battle Fusion card. But if it's wrong, sorry about that, guys. But literally, this was the translation that I got from Yazin. It was literally this, and it said Battle Fusion. So I don't really know, but I'm gonna guess that it means this card right here, Battle Fusion, which is a quick play spell card. When an attack is declared involving a fusion monster you control and an opponent's monster, that monster you control gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster until the end of the damage step. You can only activate one Battle Fusion per turn. This card isn't the worst thing in the world. I feel like if we got this as a normal card in Duel Links, that'd actually be pretty cool and definitely give a boost to fusion monsters. But the only way we're gonna be able to use this card is through, you know, the tag duel event only, or at least currently from what I've been gathering. Anyways, though, this card, I don't know, the monster that if you target one of your, or if an attack is declared involving a fusion monster you control to the opponent's monster, that monster you control gains attack equal to attack of the opponent's monster. That's a pretty good, you know, thing right there. This is a quick play spell, so you can activate it during either player's turns. I like it a lot. This is actually a pretty cool card in my opinion. Now, the last skill that we're going to be talking about in today's video is a very interesting one. So we have Dragon's Knight Black Evil Compadre. I think I mispronounced that, but whatever. If your self-tag's life points is 2,000 or less, put one Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Now, I actually did a little bit of translation from there. So the original version of this, like, you know, data mine, basically it was like something completely different. I don't know if I'll flash a picture of that or not on the video, but basically from Yazin's leak, that wording right there was completely different than Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. But I did with the same thing as I did with the Battle Fusion skill. With this skill, I typed in the name of that card, and it actually popped up with the Dragon Knight, you know, the Dragon Knight Magician monster, which we'll talk about in the second, or the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. It actually popped that up on Google, which was really cool. So that's what I'm going to assume it is, and I'm guessing that's what this skill is going to be able to give us, is the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight in the field. And at the beginning of the partner's turn, Yami Yugi's turn. So this skill will only activate during your Yami Yugi's turn, which makes sense. Yami Yugi has, or actually in the translation it was actually Yami, but still, Yami Yugi, he got this, you know, this monster relates to him because it's a Dark Magician monster, which is cool, and this skill can only be used once per turn. Sorry that my wording is literally everywhere right there, but for anybody that doesn't know what this card is, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is an 8-star Dark Dragon fusion. With the effect, it takes a Dark Magician plus a Dragon monster to fusion summon into this monster. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while in the field or in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target spell and trap cards you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So a really cool card right here. This is a 3,000 attacking monster with 2,500 defense. What I really like about this card right here is the fact that its name does become Dark Magician, so you can actually use your Dark Magician spell cards like Dark Magic Attack, 1,000 Knife, so on and so forth, that you can use them with the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. So that's actually pretty cool, and hopefully in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, we could possibly get this card in like a box or something, because I think a lot of us would love some Dark Magician support, and that is for sure. But it's cool that we're going to at least be able to use this card in the Tag Duel event, most likely. Don't really know when that Tag Duel event is going to be happening, but it's pretty cool right there. Still, that's going to actually do it for today's video, guys. So if you guys enjoyed today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, as always, be sure to go leave a like on the video down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. This was a ton of fun to record. I actually really enjoyed recording this one, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. And honestly, I'm looking forward to some of these skills. These skills honestly look really spicy, so I can't wait to try them out in the future of Duel Links. Well, that's gonna do it for me, guys, though. Thank you guys for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, and I'll go see you guys in the next one. Peace out.